Hello, this is going to be a reading on what was NK's involvement in the Chris Watts case. So I'm just going to be I'm going to go pretty deep into it first. I'm going to ask what her involvement was, and then I'm going to ask what was she doing during when the murder was taking place, what she was doing. So let's see what we get. Okay, now I'm going to pull some clarifiers so I can get a little bit more information on these cards. Okay, so let's see. I will do, so this is her involvement in all of it. I'm not asking what she was doing during the murder yet. That will be later. But for what her involvement was, she felt like, they were like soulmates. I think I got this in a past reading with it. She just felt very passionate about him. And with the Queen of Cups clarifying it, yeah, she felt like a lot of strong emotions for him. And she also felt like he, needed to make a choice, like her or his family. That is what her main involvement with it was. She was his lover, and she wanted more than just being the lover, the mistress. She wanted the whole, she wanted everything. And so yeah, she felt like he needed to make a sacrifice. She also felt like she would, tell him he needs to let go, he needs to escape. I think she was very manipulative, and just told him that, that he needed to escape. She was kind of telling him you're not getting emotional fulfillment in your life right now, and you need to escape or leave something behind. And yeah, she was just kind of telling him a lot of things that what to do. She was telling him, you need to leave your family behind. We need to just escape, get away together, so we can finally be together. She can finally be happy. She was also just really hoping that, that they could do what they did and then just go unnoticed. She just wanted to leave his family behind and then just escape, leave in the night without anyone seeing them or anyone noticing they're missing. She just really wanted to escape, get away from it, what they had done, and just everything. She just wanted them to escape together. During this situation, her involvement, she was just I think she was very calm and like just very calm and controlled, like calculated throughout the whole ordeal, like throughout the relationship and when the murders happened. She had very unrealistic expectations of what what he needed to do in order to prove that like he loved her. Like she felt like, like what he did do like in order to prove that he loved her, like that was very like, yeah, like she just had a very unrealistic expectation. And I think that's why like he did what he did, or that was what her involvement was like she was saying like nothing was good enough, like I won't be happy until like I have you alone, like to myself completely. Like she had the very unrealistic like she felt like if he was with his family, then, or like even I guess if they were like alive, it wouldn't be good enough because she just felt like she needed to have like a complete hold over him. Like she needed him and only him. Like she didn't want any of that. Like like she didn't want anyone, any relationships. She just wanted him to be hers. But yeah, they were working together. Like with this card, I always think like you work together to find balance, and so they like were working together to like find like a solution because like she didn't feel like happy or whatever like with her situation, like, and I guess they were working together to help find a way for them to both be happy, I guess. And so her involvement, like, I feel like with this card is like they were both like coming up with this plan together. It wasn't just, yeah, so like her involvement was like she like helped him work, like come up with the plan and everything. All right, now I'm going to go into what she was doing like during the murder, like, yeah, just what she was doing, and then we'll see what cards come out. All right. Okay. Let's see what she was doing during the murder. Okay, I'm going to get clarifiers on these cards. Okay. Okay, and then bottom of the deck card energy. Okay, so what she was doing while the murder was happening, I don't think that she was actually there for it. I don't see that in the cards. I'm mostly seeing like a lot of emotions and a lot of thinking going on, not a lot of like action. So I don't think that she was actually there, but she did know what was happening. Like she knew what he was going to be doing. She felt like she wasn't like satisfied with what he was doing. She felt like she wasn't satisfied with what he was doing, but she also felt like she wasn't satisfied because she felt like she was winning, like she was finally like getting what she wanted, but she knew that like she was still losing, like she still felt like at loss. Hopefully that's because like she knew that it was a terrible thing, but I don't know, like she felt like she was winning, and she felt like she was at like a loss at the same time. Like I guess she just wasn't completely like satisfied with what they were doing. She was like thinking a lot about the love triangle that they were in and his family, and she was thinking like how depressed it made her that he had this wife and this beautiful family. That was like causing her like to have insomnia and anxiety, like she was in a lot of like pain because of it. And so that was kind of like what I think was keeping her from realizing how awful of a thing it was. I think she was just like finally like I can be like truly happy with him. Like I can finally have him to myself, like what she's wanted for so long. And like she was thinking about them and thinking about how like much pain it had caused her. And I think that's because she was trying to like be okay with what they were doing. But at the end of everything, when everything was said and done, she was thinking about she felt like she was finally able to reconnect with him. Like that was like, she had these unrealistic expectations, extremely, but she felt like finally they can reconnect. Finally they can like have joy and be together. She felt like finally like we can have a stable relationship. I can feel stable. I can feel secure and like have this like this relationship with him that she like she felt like she could just finally have the relationship with him that she'd been wanting this whole time. Like this whole time she was feeling like his family, his wife, they were keeping her from being happy and keeping her from finally being stable and having this relationship with him that she'd like been wanting for so long. It's been like hard for me to read these cards. Like I felt like I wasn't like, I don't know, like picking up the right energy or something, because they're not very like sad cards or like evil cards, but I think that's because she wasn't feeling like she was an evil person. She wasn't thinking that what they were doing was terrible. She was just thinking about the pain they had caused her and how she was, when it was all said and done, she was finally like she felt happy. because of what he did. Like, she was happy about it. She felt like he finally had proved himself to her. And she felt like he was reliable now because of what he did. Yeah, this was really hard because I thought this was like, you know, I wasn't like doing something right or something was off, but because of these like happy like looking cards, like cards that usually like, you know, they do mean like good things, but like if like what she was doing during it might like, you know, she did want him completely and to herself, and she had like this, you know, like she felt like they were causing her pain. And so yeah, it's weird. Like I couldn't understand like why they were such happy cards and all that, because but that was how she was feeling, is she was happy. She felt like they could just finally be together. But her subconscious and like her fears, you know, that's what the bottom of the deck energy is all about. And even though she was, you know, feeling happy and like, oh yeah, we can finally be together kind of a thing. But yeah, with this, the Judgment card, being her like fears and her subconscious thoughts, she like might have been happy about what they did, but she knew that what they did, like, there was going to be consequences. Like karma was going to come and there's going to be a reckoning. And yeah, that she knew that was coming.